Well, a council has sparked outrage, is that too strong a word, among Christmas dinner lovers after suggesting they should be rationing their Brussels sprout portions to half a dozen per person.
Yeah, my household wouldn't be outraged. My kids would literally be high-fiving to that. Yeah.
These are the thoughts of Leicestershire County Council, which tweeted that 6 sprouts is one portion, don't ever buy, they don't go to waste. That suggestion has been met with indignation by residents who say 6 simply isn't enough.
So why is that? Why would one council be calling on its residents to limit how much food or Brussels they take in? Well, let's speak to somebody who could know all about this. Eco-chef and food waste campaigner Tom Hunt joins me now. Tom, what is this about? Why would a council see fit to tell their residents how much food they should eat over Christmas?
Well, as I'm sure you know, we waste 40 to 50% of the food that we produce as a kind of global nation. But up to half of that food is waste from our homes. And we can do things about that simply by changing the way that we cook. And it seems that the council have kind of taken the initiative to help reduce that waste during Christmas when we're wasting the most.
OK, so let's talk about why food waste is such a big deal.
Well, it's interesting that you just showed a program on climate change. Essentially, what we're talking about here is climate change. The food that we consume affects the environment, and quite greatly so. I think agriculture contributes to 13 or 14% of global greenhouse gas emissions, which is quite considerable. And that's not even taking into account the fuel and carbon emissions from the machinery that's used as well. So these are big matters. And so it might seem like a simple thing to throw away a few Brussels sprouts, but that adds up to catastrophic amounts that affects our environment globally.
Yeah, affects the environment, also affects our wallets as well, because if this is something that councils have to clean up and deal with, that costs money, which will also cost money for residents.
That's very true. I mean, when we're talking about sustainability and food, it's the bigger picture. It's looking at the costs of these things, the cost to our economy, and also our own wallets in our own homes as well.
So, yeah, Tom, enlighten us, if you will. We've been trying to figure out what exactly is an eco-chef. I don't think anybody here has heard of that before. What is an eco-chef? What do you do exactly?
Well, it's very simple. I suppose eco is short for ecology. I'm considering the environment within the food that I cook, whether it's within a recipe that I might make at home or at my restaurant. It's also means that I take a kind of environmental stance when it comes to my food, even before taste. And that doesn't mean my food's not going to taste good. It just means that it will taste better in a sense, because I've made sure I've procured or found that food from a good ethical source.
OK, so Tom, Christmas just a few days away. How much should we be eating? 8 sprouts, 5 potatoes, 1 leg?
Well, I think it's... OK, as a chef, you generally plan to serve about 75 grams of vegetables per portion. So you could calculate your food in that way. But what I suggest is that you don't over-plan. Plan your Christmas meal, of course, plan Boxing Day, but allow some gaps within your meal planning so that you can use those leftovers.
I'm so sorry, Tom, we've got to leave it there, but thanks so much. Take care.